organic, unpredictable, unknown, lovely, beautiful, a sense of fulfillment. This is part of the pleasures of life and not the chores of life.
Coming up on this Monday edition of Daily Iowan TV, Senator Bernie Sanders paid a visit to Iowa City to get students and residents out to the polls before Election Day. And later in the show, we give you an inside look at how the university's upcoming family weekend is coming together.
Iowa football with another loss.
But Iowa basketball started out their season with a win.
We've got all that and more headed your way. Stay right where you are. Daily Iowan TV starts now. Good morning, Iowa City, and welcome to another exciting edition of Daily Iowan TV. I'm Nikki Crossway, and here are today's top stories. Last Friday, students and community members gathered together at College Green Park for the Get Out to Vote rally with a special visit from Senator Bernie Sanders. Our Daily Iowan TV reporter Noah Gowdy has more on the story.
The Get Out to Vote rally was held last Friday with over 600 people in attendance. The rally consisted of many speakers, but the most prominent one in attendance was Senator Bernie Sanders. Sanders has been on the campaign trail recently backing Democratic nominee Hillary Clinton in the effort to get Democrats out to vote in the final days of this election. Senator Sanders came to Iowa City in hopes to rally people behind Hillary just days before the election. He called for all those who have already voted to get everybody else they know that have not out to the polls on Tuesday. Many of Sanders' supporters have stayed true to the Democratic Party and started to support Clinton since she beat out Sanders in the primaries earlier this year.
When you caucus for a candidate that doesn't win, well, then what you do is that you back the winner. That's what Democrats do.
Following the primaries, the Democratic Party adopted the most progressive party platform they had ever had. Many of the Sanders supporters that came out to the rally wanted to make sure that Clinton was going to stay true to those policies.
That is how change takes place, when millions of people stand up and say enough is enough. We will have economic justice, social justice, racial justice in this country.
Senator Sanders spoke for 45 minutes to the crowd about all the policies that Clinton is working towards and why they should go out and vote. Reporting from downtown Iowa City, Noah Gowdy, Daily Iowan TV.
With the election coming up tomorrow, Bernie's visit wasn't the only excitement in the race to the White House. Republican presidential nominee Donald Trump was rushed off stage by Secret Service when an unidentified audience member shouted "gun" at a rally in Reno, Nevada this past Saturday. A nearby peaceful protester was then tackled because audience members believed he was responsible for the incident. The peaceful protester later identified himself to reporters as Austin Kreitz, and he was detained immediately. He was later let out by a group of police officers with no charges filed against him. Later, Trump and his son Donald Trump Jr. took to Twitter to claim the incident was an assassination attempt. After a thorough search, however, no weapons were found. An eventful pre-election weekend continued into the Hillary Clinton campaign as well. The FBI announced to Congress on Sunday that Hillary Clinton would be facing no charges based on the email sent on her private server. FBI Director James Comey said in his statement that their investigation revealed no evidence that Clinton had mishandled any classified information. Many of the emails turned out to be personal messages or duplicates of emails that had already been examined. With the election wrapping up, Clinton maintains a small lead over Trump. According to a poll from NBC News and the Wall Street Journal, 44% of voters are backing Clinton, with 40% backing Trump. With only today and tomorrow left to get your vote in, many who haven't cast their ballots yet may be scrambling to get to the polls. However, if you are not yet registered to vote, the process is now easier than ever. You can register on Election Day before casting your ballot. To do so, you need to bring printed proof of your current address and a photo ID. To check in to see if you're registered in Iowa, you can go to sos.iowa.gov, which also gives you the chance to find out where your nearest polling location is. Regardless of who you're supporting this election day, Daily Iowan TV encourages everyone to get out and make sure their voice is heard. Well, it's going to be a beautiful weekend this weekend, or this whole entire week, actually. For more, we have Becca Skadden in the weather studio.
Well, Nikki, that's right, and it looks like we're finally seeing some cooler fall temperatures. This morning got off to a chilly start, but by this afternoon, we should see things warm up to the mid-60s with partly cloudy skies. Tonight will be cloudy with temperatures dipping slightly to the mid-50s. Tuesday morning will start the day in the low 50s with partly cloudy skies. Let's take a look at the rest of the week. Tuesday we have a high of 57 with lows in the upper 30s. Wednesday we're looking at a high of 58 degrees with sunny skies. As we move closer to our weekend, we see temperatures warming up with highs in the mid-60s on Thursday with sunny skies. Temperatures dip back down as we close out the week, and we see highs in the mid to upper 50s on Friday and Saturday. That's all I have for you here in the weather studio. Nikki, back to you.
This Sunday, the Iowa City community got a chance to get a sneak peek at the new University of Iowa Children's Hospital. Families enjoyed tours and activities at the unveiling of the $360 million facility, which includes 130 brand new patient rooms. Some even got a chance to take an elevator ride up to the top floor to get one-of-a-kind view of Kinnick Stadium. The facility is set to open its doors early this December. For a closer look, I'll take you on a tour of the hospital on tomorrow's program. This past weekend, more than 100 volunteers met on the west lawn of the Pentecrest to create a display of flags to honor those who have served our country just in time for Veterans Day. Volunteer members included members from the University of Iowa Veterans Association, university students, and more than 50 high schoolers. The 5,500 flags were placed in 77 columns and 110 rows to create the shape of an eye. Each individual flag has been dedicated to a veteran. The flags will be on display through November 13, along with a Veterans Day ceremony to be held at the display this Friday. More than 1,000 law enforcement officers are predicted to attend the funerals of the two fallen Des Moines officers later today and tomorrow. The ambush-style shooting of both of these officers this past Wednesday prompted an outpouring of grief and support from the entire nation. The funeral of Police Sergeant Anthony Bimino is set for 11 a.m. later today at the Lutheran Church of Hope in West Des Moines. Officer Justin Martins will follow on Tuesday at 11:40 a.m. at South Calhoun Middle School in Rockwell City. We were at Daily Iowan TV offer our condolences to the fallen officers. An arrest has been made over an incident that left an Iowa City man with a traumatic brain injury last month. On Friday, officers found Terrell Foley, a 35-year-old man, a match witness to the description of the assailant. Foley has been arrested and faces one count of assault. According to police, the incident happened at 4 p.m. on October 9th on the intersection of Washington and Dubuque Street. The victim was said to have cut on his head and was bleeding from his ears. The unnamed victim has been receiving serious medical attention that is set to last an extended period of time. Friday marks the beginning one of the most popular University of Iowa events in the entire school year, one that's going to be drawing a lot of moms and dads to campus. Daily Iowa TV's Christopher Cervantes reports with more.
If there is one event that brings out the excitement from Hawkeyes of all ages, it is the inevitable fun that is Family Weekend. This November 11th marks the day where the student body welcomes relatives from across the nation to enjoy all the hospitality and entertainment that Iowa City has to offer.
Family Weekend is a huge event, and it means a lot to the university, a lot to the students, but it really means a lot to the parents and families and siblings that get to be here.
Getting to Iowa City is the easy part. Finding a place to spend the night will be a little bit more difficult.
For weeks now, the highly anticipated Iowa-Michigan game has been sold out. Consequently, hotels in both Iowa City and Cedar Rapids have been booked out well in advance.
We do our best to prepare for it. Some of that, like you said, if hotels have to go all the way out to Cedar Rapids and beyond, it's a little bit out of our control. We do our best to make sure that families that are here for Family Weekend have resources to stay as close as they can. It does make it difficult. We aren't in control of hotel pricing, which can definitely hinder some of those proximities for families.
As Family Weekend is only a handful of days away, we can only hope that every parental Hawkeye has a safe place to rest during the following weekend. Reporting from Iowa City, this is Christopher Cervantes, Daily Iowan TV.
Unfortunately, it was a big loss for the Iowa Hawkeye football team this week. We have Ashlyn and Colin standing by in the sports studio. What happened with the team, guys?
Thanks, Nikki. Well, Colin, like Nikki said, it was a very disappointing loss. They couldn't get anything going on either side of the ball.
Yeah, I mean, after the first college football playoff rankings, Penn State was number 12 and Iowa was not ranked, and I think Saturday just really showed why that was kind of the case.
I agree. It wasn't a very happy time in Happy Valley for Iowa as Penn State rolled over the Hawkeyes 41-14.
This snapped Iowa's school record of a 9-game road winning streak and was both sides of the ball that had trouble getting into the groove on Saturday night.
Cole Croston was missing from Iowa's offensive line. He's still a little banged up from before the bye. Keegan Render took his place. And on the defensive line, Nathan Budgeta didn't start as he has twisted his ankle in the Wisconsin game. Faith Akakity made his first career start for him.
This week is a huge week against another top 25 opponent when number 3 Michigan comes to Kinnick. These guys are ready to move on and refocus though.
I mean, it's going to hurt. It's never fun, going somewhere and just, losing like this. So, I mean, it's going to sting, but I'll have it flushed in about 3 minutes. I'm ready to go, next week. That's all I'm focused on.
They played well, they played tough, and they played better than us today. And we were close on some drives, on third and inches, third and feet. We just couldn't convert on those times, and it's tough.
Back in Kinnick, got to finish one of our goals, protect Kinnick, get a win there. And we're going up against another ranked team, top 10 team, so there's going to be a challenge. So we just got to step up to the plate and get the win.
Iowa hasn't been the best at home this season, but this game against Michigan will be under the lights. The A-Team from ESPN and Kirk Herbstreit, Chris Fowler, and Sam Ponder are all on the call. It's a big stage and a big opportunity for this struggling Iowa team.
Basketball season is finally here, and Coach McCaffrey has high expectations for freshman Tyler Cook. Aaron Erickson was able to catch the action in his debut as a Hawkeye.
The Iowa men's basketball team opened up the 2016-2017 season against Regis University with an exhibition game on Friday night. Besides returning senior Peter Jock, it was freshman Tyler Cook who saw the most time on the court with 26 minutes, and he did not waste a single one. The 6'9" forward out of St. Louis, Missouri was 5 for 9 from the floor and finished the night with 15 points. Behind senior Peter Jock, Cook was the second highest scorer in his debut as an Iowa Hawkeye.
We got to do a better job of getting Tyler Cook the ball and recognizing, especially when we're in the double bonus early in both halves.
I was really impressed by him, and nothing too surprised at all. He's a guy that was a big recruit for us, and I think Hawk fans are really excited to continue to watch him play.
He was a presence, obviously, at both ends of the floor. I thought he really fit into what we were trying to do, and we went to him a couple times. We'll go to him more.
Cook is still adjusting to his new role on the team.
We're just continuing to try to get myself open. I wasn't used to, being in the role that I'm in now, until they need me to score the ball. Need me to be active offensively, so I just got to keep working to get myself open.
Cook will have the opportunity to outdo his debut performance when the Hawks take on Kansas State this Friday at Carver Hawkeye Arena. For men's basketball, this is Aaron Erickson, Daily Iowan TV Sports.
The Hawkeyes won the exhibition game with the help of Cook with a score of 95-73. Iowa field hockey played in the Big Ten tournament this weekend. On Friday, they played against seeded 4th Northwestern.
It was a hard-fought game for the Hawks, but Northwestern was up by 2 in the 66th minute, and the Hawkeyes just couldn't come back and lost in the first round of the tournament 3-1. That loss ended Iowa field hockey's season. Although the Hawks lost, Natalie Cofone was awarded Big Ten Player of the Year. Another team about to head into their Big Ten tournament this month is Iowa Volleyball. They had 2 Big Ten games this weekend.
They were away at Rutgers on Friday and swept them 3-0. Then they traveled to at number 11 Penn State and got swept 3-0. They had no hitters and double digits for kills.
Iowa Volleyball only has 6 games left in conference play as they are at an 8-6 record so far.
They will play at Nebraska on Wednesday and at Purdue on Saturday. That's all we have for you in the sports studio. Back to you at the desk.
If you're looking for a way to make a difference tonight, Mayflower Residence Hall will be hosting a blood drive from 6 to 10 p.m. General requirements include that you must have a photo ID, weigh at least 110 pounds, and bring a list of places you have visited outside the U.S. within the last 3 years. Participants must also be cold or flu symptom-free for 5 days and must provide a list of medications they are taking. It is also recommended that you drink plenty of fluids and eat a good meal before donating. That's all we have for you on Daily Iowan's edition today. See us back here tomorrow.